Hey everyone, how's it going? This is Nanice El-Gammal, and this is your Astro Tarot reading for the new moon in Cancer happening on July 20th of 2020 at 7:32 p.m. Cairo, Egypt time. What an amazing, mind-blowing time we're living in right now. It's as if time is getting condensed, and all the dramas and the transformation is just happening so rapidly, and it's really an exciting time to be living in. Personally, the solar eclipse, which happened on on June the 20th, it was the last new moon, which is about a month ago now. It was really, really intense for me. It happened in my 6th house. Traditionally, the 6th house is known as a challenging house. It's also the house of small animals and hard work. And sadly, I found out that my cat was ill, and she just passed away a week ago. So it was sudden change, and it was very quick, and it was something in my house, in my home. And it was also, as I said in the last report, that there were things, hidden things were being revealed, and it was a sickness that was hidden. Although I was looking out for it in January, when I suspected something was not right, everything came out, all the tests came out normal back then. So it was a sudden shift, and a very sad one for myself. But everything happens for a reason, and we need to move on. So that's just what happened to me during the last eclipse. And so we just had 3 eclipses, which is totally abnormal. And on top of that, we're having 2 new moons in Cancer. We just had a new moon about a month ago, and we're having another new moon in Cancer, which is also rare. And on top of that, there's a comet streaking across the sky. So there's like a lot of signs are happening right now. It's as if the universe is saying, hey, like, you know, there's something going on now, pay attention. So it depends where this new moon is placed in your natal chart. If you'd like to know where it is, please email me. But we are planting a new seed in the feminine, cardinal, watery temple of the moon. So symbolically, Cancer is about, it's a water sign, it's emotional, it's cardinal, which means it initiates change. So there's a change that's initiated, that's based on feelings, family, security, private life, domestic life, memories, ancestry, nourishing, nurturing, nursing, and the general nature of the waxing and the waning of the moon. All these themes, and a lot more, these are just some themes, are going to be highlighted during this time, during this new seed that we want to plant. This new thing that we want in our life is based on these themes. So how are they being highlighted? Well, the sun and the moon are known as luminaries because they illuminate the sky, they light up the sky. So if you're born during the day, the position of the sun is very, very important. Also the moon is important as well, but the sun is especially important. And if you're born in the night, the moon is especially important. Both are important in both charts, day or night, but we pay attention to, as astrologers, we pay attention to the luminaries very much. And they are symbolic of light, and they are symbolic of life. So the sun and moon are both symbolic of life and light, with different qualities though, which I'll get to in a moment. So during the time of this new moon, these 2 planets that represent light are in a opposition, which is a confrontational conversation, one of tension and challenge, with Saturn. And my teacher, Achyuta Bhava, said in one of his recent videos, I can't remember which one exactly it was, but he said that there is a darkening of the light going on right now. And I feel this opposition of the sun and the moon to Saturn represents this concept. And also, it was around March of this year, I got this message that there's going to be a flight of light, and I didn't know what that meant, and it really freaked me out. But you know, I came to the conclusion that there's no point in it's so easy to get scared during these days, but to go there is just, it's ultimately, I believe God is good and the universe is loving. So whatever happens to us, from the perspective of an eternal soul being, we can't be harmed. So to shift our perspective to the spiritual eye as much as possible, although it's easier said than done. I struggle with it a lot, and I really struggled with it when I lost my cat as well, like for a bit then. But then I came to the conclusion, no, there, it was obvious, there were signs, and I was I was given the message it was her time. And sometimes things are fated, and a lot of the times things are fated, and just because you can see it a little bit, or just because you know some astrology, or you watched a report, doesn't mean that you can change it. I tried to help my cat as much as I could, although I had my doubts, but with hope I tried. But it was obvious that something like life or death is it's a sacred moment, as my teacher once told me. It's a sacred moment. So we have to surrender and let go during these times of challenge as well. Anyway, sorry, I kind of digressed there. So there's an opposition between the luminaries, the sun and the moon, against Saturn. And an opposition is a confrontational conversation. And it's a kind of extinguishing of the light. So the new moon is already dark, there's no light. And on top of that, Saturn is opposing it, which is, Saturn is like death and darkness and decay and structure and the CEO, the establishment, but it can also be mysticism as well. Saturn can be very mystical. So we are being faced with these themes. I was certainly faced with it recently, and the passing away of my cat did give me some sort of mystical. It gave me a mystical experience in a way, although it was sad. It was an experience of letting go and of surrender, and of what I want as well in the future. So there is an extinguishing of the light, and we are faced with the darkness and the crumbling of an old structure, and we are wanting a new start in the face of that. So what kind of new start? Well, the sun is the spirit, and the moon is the realm of fortune, or our physical material life. And they're coming together to plant a seed of change. Cancer is a cardinal sign, and it is happening close to the last degrees, called the anaretic degrees of the sign. So this is initiating a quick change. And it's going to take us to the new phase, the next phase of our journey. And it's going to be concerning lunar qualities, which I described earlier, which is feelings, family, security, domestic life, private life, memories, ancestry, nourishing, nursing, and so on. And with the moon immediately going into Leo, shortly after meeting the sun, I feel like it really accentuates this turning point and this change kind of experience. And it, with the trine coming from Mars and Aries, it tells me it's something that we're willing to be courageous about, we're willing to fight for, and we're willing to put the effort into this new seed. And yeah, to be courageous and to fight on, to move on with grace. So that's all I have with the astrology part. I'm gonna pick a card for the collective for this new moon, Cancer. Just shuffling the cards. I don't know where you guys are watching this video from, but it's been really hot here in Cairo. I have the AC on, but I'm sweating. It's quite warm. Okay, wow. So I got the Magus card. So what this tells me, this is Mercury. This is communications, abilities. It's you can see the magician here in the center of the card. He has all these tools. He has the sword, the cup, the pentacle, and the flame, which is what represents all the suits in the deck. So he has all the tools necessary. He has a flying egg. You can see this is kind of like a birth, a new birth, and it's like an idea of a new birth. It has wings. It's very ethereal. It's not yet manifest, but the magician here, he has the ability to make it happen. It's about a divine connection. You can see the dove at the top of his head with the two serpents, which is the feminine and masculine energy going through our spine. You can see that there's a divine connection, and we are getting it's like a kind of download of what we want in our next stage, and that we have the tools necessary. They've been in the past 6 months since 2020 started, and since all this kind of all these challenges got thrown at us in some way or other, we've had these 6 months to know where our strengths are, to know where we can get help, to know where to know the skill set we have. We've been given a kind of taste of that in the first 6 months, and now's the time to actually start implementing and to start making this new life come to fruition by planting a seed for this and taking action towards it as well, with this divine connection, with your connection to God, to spirit, to the universe. And at the bottom of the deck, I got the universe card. This is like such a powerful reading. Both major arcana. This tells me, this is Saturn. So a cycle has come to a completion. So the first half of this year, the eclipse season is over for the summer. It's been completed, and we've been shown our cards over the past few months. Of course, there's going to be new cards coming out, but we were faced with mortality, Saturn. we're faced with constriction, and we're faced with challenges. Saturn is a strict teacher. So we've been given our lesson. We've been given the kind of like the topics of our lessons. And now it's about moving through them with connection to spirit, with connection to God during this time, and to plant a seed, one that is of hope and newness, based on the hardships that we faced. So that's all I have for you guys today. If you like this reading, please like, please share, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you to all of you who have already subscribed. If you'd like a reading with me, please email me. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a very blessed new moon, and I'll be speaking to you soon. Bye.